Are you ready?
She ready.
Stand
Well, guys,
by.
you're watching video of the Barry Steel Open. I shot the majority of the match with the PX4 Storm, 9mm. I've already talked about the gun before, but just wanted to kind of give my final thoughts on the gun because I don't think I'll be shooting it very much in competition until someone makes some night sights for it. So, talking about the gun. The guns have been great. 6,000 rounds, not one malfunction, nothing. No hiccup, nothing of the sort. The gun, in my opinion, has probably been the most reliable pistol I've ever owned. Even my Glocks and stuff like that will eventually choke a bit. Every once in a while, once a match, there'll be something that happens to them. But this gun
Are you ready?
Shoot it ready.
The accuracy of the gun has been great. The gun still groups well. You can shoot 2 inches at 25 yards with it, with reloaded ammunition or factory ammunition. It just works. It's light recoil. Ergonomics are great. You can get really high up on the back end of the gun. Even though the gun has a high bore axis, it doesn't feel like it. The gun doesn't flip around too much. Trigger's good. Trigger with the Cougar D-spring in it, which will drop the double action trigger from about 12 pounds to 8, 9-ish. That kind of helps out a lot. It's a little gritty if you try to stage the trigger, but otherwise you pull straight through. It's great. The single action is a good single action trigger. Not a whole lot of a wall, just a nice, you feel the engagement and you can come right through it pretty clean. So I've been running the gun in the G configuration with the stealth G levers. That's why that slide doesn't have wings like the regular PX4 Storm. The extended magazine release button and the standard slide stop. Slide stop, slide release, depending on what company
She ready.
you are.
Are you ready?
But yeah, so the
Stand
extended
by.
slide stop, not the extended, the standard slide stop, excuse me. The other thing I've been running is traction grips. They're a rubberized grip that really helps out. So main issue here is nothing with the gun, it's with the sights. Right here and through all my matches I've been using the Trigicon HG sights, which have been decent sights for the shooting. They're not the best, they're not thin. That's the main problem with them, is that they are so fat that the gun literally, on these smaller targets, when you line up the sights, they obscure a lot of what you're trying to shoot. What also makes it hard is that they not only hide what you're trying to shoot, but it's hard to get that a precise point of impact with how wide that front sight is. But shooting targets that appear bigger, perception-wise, larger than the front sight, they work great. The problem is when I was fitting them, the bottom's concave, and so what happens is you can remove the material pretty fast, and as you can see right here, the sights start drifting. They're starting to drift out during this stage. And so when I go to shoot these 2 chickens at the end, I'm actually having to change my hold and shift farther over to the right to get them to bolt to impact left. But hotel room that night, we fixed them up, peened them, got them back on, and so day 2 in the absolute soupy mess, which was Southern Utah Practical Shooters Range. It started to come together a little bit better than the first day, but still the same problem with shooting the small targets. You really have to make sure and get a really hard sight focus and really level out and make sure that what you're shooting at is dead center over that middle dot. So these targets, it's okay. Anything else smaller, it starts to really fade away. The gun is small, the gun is light. The gun will kick more than any steel or aluminum frame gun. In my opinion, it kicks a little bit more than something like a Glock 17, probably about the same as a Glock 19 with the size and the weight of the gun. The one thing that just takes away from the gun, for a carry, I'm still going to carry this gun. This will be an everyday carry gun just because of how reliable, how accurate it is, and it's already set up for carry with the G levers and the night sights. Practical pistol shooting, I thought about using this in IDPA's CCP division. It would make an excellent gun for that if I could get some night sights. 35, 40 yard shots going for an 8-inch circle, at that point these sights start to get a little hairy. So this will probably be the last match that I'll shoot with this gun for a bit. When someone makes a great fiber, I'll be back on the bandwagon. But until then, in CCP I'm probably going to go to a Glock 19. And really just because of the sights. Right? I'm not changing guns so much as I'm changing sights. The sights just happen to be on another gun. Yeah, these little chickens, they're just ticking me off.
Stand by.
There's a few stages missing from this, mainly because they were, 2 of them I didn't film, 2 of them were train wrecks.
446.
And I did not want them
Stand
to
by.
haunt me for the rest of my life, so I can make up for that. But as far as the Barry Still match, the Barry Still over
359.
it was a freaking awesome match.
Are you ready?
Stand
Stand
a lot of
by.
small targets. A lot of people complaining about that, but it was fun. It was still a blast. You had some steel challenge, you had some part-time steel, and some Tuesday night steel, which kind of ran like USPSA without USPSA penalties. So it turned out to be an absolute blast. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off for now. If I had a recommendation on the PX4, buy one.
425 on the show, clear, clear.
If you're looking for that gun that fits, that needs double action, polymer framed, light, carry gun that's accurate and reliable.
Stand by.
If there's one thing that this gun is, it's accurate and reliable, so definitely pick it up. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys finish this off about right here. I start switching to my Glock 34 because I'm tired of gigantic sights. Listen to the Paracast, check us out on iTunes, and you know,
I'm gonna call that one my
time.
throwaway. Ready?
I'll check you guys
Stand
next time.
by.
Bye.
Time 5. Ready? Stand by. Good. Time 4.13. If you're finished, unload.
Stand by. Go for your next string. Go for your next string. Roundabout. Go for your next string. You're finished. Unload, show clear. Clear hammer now.
Oh my gosh.
If you're finished, unload, show.
Bye.